Come over here and let me tell you why. Let's talk about why hosts think my prices are too high. And I will tell you why I think my prices are justified. Like this, man. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. And I hope you guys can stop calling me and asking me why it's so pricey. The vacation rental cleaning industry is a very, very new industry. Airbnb is less than 15 years old at this point, and it had a really slow start. So people are still coming into the vacation rental space. And the pricing is way different when it comes to our cleaning services based on any other kind of cleaning services out there. Also, the workload is different. You have hotel cleaning, which is completely different. As we all know, a hotel is a smaller space. They don't have a kitchen. And not to mention that hotels don't have the same amenities as a vacation rental. Plus, their cleaning is in-house. Their cleaners have to drive to one spot and stay there all day. Unlike vacation rental cleanings, where usually the cleaner has to drive from place to place. I do understand that everybody is looking to cut price. And the thing about it is they always want to cut pricing with the cleaners, but the cleaning is probably the most important part. I also think that hosts are basing their pricing on traditional cleanings. So if they did any research and you're looking at what you pay a cleaner, you cannot honestly say that you can compare pricing between cleans of commercial cleans, post-construction cleans, residential cleans, even hotel cleans. They're just not comparable. It's not comparable. It's not possible because the workload is very, very different. When it comes to vacation rental cleaning, there is a whole lot that a cleaner has to do. And I'm gonna go through everything right now so that everybody understands the exact day that a cleaner goes through. So now I'm gonna give you a whole list of what vacation rental cleaners have to do that every other cleaning service doesn't have to do. All right, so I'm gonna fire off the things that me and my team have to do to make sure that we get to your unit on time and have it nicely clean before the guest gets there. First off, before and after pictures. So that means my cleaner has to have a good phone. Second, wash and dry. Sometimes your washer and dryer is too small, or sometimes you don't have a washer and dryer and we have to figure that out. We have to figure out a lot of logistical issues. This is an ongoing theme. So I have to hire people with good critical thinking skills. That's kind of hard to find these days, but I digress. So there have been times where we have had a 6-bedroom home. Each room has 2 king beds in it. And then you have 2 sets of washer and dryer in your garage, but really one only works. And then you have a game room full of bunk beds. How to get this done before 4 p.m. We have to pick up and drop off supplies, solve other people's problems. We deal with your storage rooms. We have to figure out how to get your guest driver's license back to them. We have to be customer service agents when the guest doesn't check out on time, and we have to be nice and sweet and ask them to kindly leave all the time. We restock your supplies in the unit. We make the beds. My cleaners have to figure out how to put a duvet on. We have to check all your cabinets. We have to make sure your utensils are clean and organized in the drawer. We have to take before and after pictures. We have to do inventory counts. It is endless, the things that we have to do. And not only that, communication is such a big deal in this industry. Our cleaners have to communicate with us. We have to communicate with the hosts. We have to have a lot of communication. Even if we have one clean, communication is a huge deal in this industry. And who's paying for that? None of the other cleaning jobs has to do this much work. None of them. Commercial cleaners, they go to the commercial building, clean, and leave. Post-construction cleaners, they dust the walls, clean, and leave. Hotel cleaners, they can clean a room in less than 10 minutes, clean, and leave. and then walk to the next room. Plus all of the energy we have to put into training these cleaners to make sure that we have a before and after picture, to make sure that they made the bed correctly, to make sure that they staged the room correctly, to make sure that that lamp is where you wanted it. A lot of hosts do not put themselves in the cleaner's shoes. A lot of hosts never even clean their own Airbnb, and you're asking us to do all this work, and then you don't even want to pay us? I think if a host did all the work that we did, not only would they pay us more, they would probably respect us more than they do. And respect is a whole nother podcast for another day. And on top of all of that, hosts want a quality clean. It has to be clean, or the guests are not going to be happy. They don't want to be rolling into your dusty old Airbnb. When a host doesn't understand the market, they will always be looking for the next cleaner, and they will never find them because cheap is very expensive. And speaking from experience, cheap costs you a whole lot of money. Refunds, cancellations, free night stays, and Airbnb dropping you all together because you want to save $20. Y'all, when you get it done right the first time, it saves a lot of money. And this is the thing that happens to me all the time. I have hosts leave me all the time for a cheaper cleaner, and then they always come right back because cheap cleaning is not going to make your guests happy with all their allergies. So you guys can stop calling me and asking me why my prices are so high. When I first started hiring cleaners, they did not even want to touch this business because they said, I can go into a residential clean, do my minimum work, and get paid way more. And they're right. They're so right. Hiring a quality cleaning service saves you a whole lot of money. And that $20 you're trying to save is going to save you a whole lot more in the end with 5-star reviews, happy guests, and a thriving business. Hosts do tell me that my prices are high, and I am not offended because we do give good quality, we do train our people very well, and we make sure it's done exceptionally well. There is one thing that a lot of hosts don't understand in the business world. Not all hosts went to business school. I, in particular, did go to business school, and I did learn this in business school that I would love to teach the world right now. I call it fast, cheap, and excellent. First of all, you cannot have all three at the same time. It is not possible. If you want it fast and you want it cheap, it's not going to be excellent. If you want it cheap and you want it excellent, it's not going to be fast. Fast and excellent is not going to be cheap. And let me explain a little bit as to why it is not sustainable to be able to have all three at one time, especially in the cleaning industry. First, it is very hard to find cleaners to do the job. And then training is also expensive. Training is expensive. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of energy, and it takes a lot of checks to make sure that your cleaner is doing the right job before you let them free to go clean somebody's house. Paying your cleaners low, especially if it's coming from a business, is gonna cause high turnover for the owner, period. Point blank, that's it. It is a lot for a cleaner to do all of that stuff, especially if they've had experience cleaning and they didn't have to do all of that stuff at their last job. So I do pay my cleaners a lot more than I would pay a residential cleaner or commercial cleaner because the job is just more detailed, and I do have to hire people who do have critical thinking skills that can think on a higher level. The one thing that the owner needs to prevent is high turnover. And you're really asking for high turnover if you're not paying your cleaner the right amount of money that they deserve, because they can always go find a job somewhere else where they're gonna get paid more. That causes a big problem for the owner because now the owner, all they do is hire people. I mean, look at all the other YouTube videos. All the other cleaning owners, they're always saying, I'm always hiring, I'm always hiring. I'm not always hiring. And to be quite honest, my cleaners love staying with me, and they stick with me because we make sure that they get compensated for the job that they're doing. I have less headache trying to find more people to get the job done instead of just getting the job done. For hosts to be successful in this industry, I fully suggest you pay your cleaners what they deserve in this industry. I have had hosts ask me if I can clean for $30. Really? $30 till this day. I'm still getting people asking me, can we clean a unit for $30? Really? Your lunch costs more than that. If you are going to hire your own cleaner, maybe you can get away with $30. That's like probably $15 an hour if they're cleaning a 1-bedroom and the 1-bedroom takes 2 hours. That's $15 an hour, depending where you are in the United States. But as a cleaning business owner, there is no way I can get it cleaned done for $30 because I have to operate this thing. And if you want it for $30, I'll get it done, but it's not gonna be good. Do you really want bad service? Even if you decide not to go with a vacation rental cleaning company, that has to make sure that their cleaners are trained, that makes sure that your calls are being answered, that the guests are very well taken care of, that everything is running smoothly, that the cleaners are where they need to be at the time they need to be there and actually do a good job. All that is time and energy and work. And I pride myself in giving quality service. That's the kind of service I want to give. I want to give the Chick-fil-A of services. I don't want to give McDonald's services. If you want McDonald's, you definitely can find it. You can definitely find your cheap burger, okay? But when it comes to my operations, we run it clean and smooth, and that costs money because I have to pay for a whole lot of things to make sure that it's easy for you. So if you want to be closer to success, please subscribe to my channel and like this video if you liked it. If you have a comment, if you have a disagreement, leave it in the comments. I want to hear it. I'm going to answer your questions. Let's go. Until next time.